I had the privilege of working in a department that there were so many guys. So many guys, we were just a few women there. We had a lot of guys. And for that, I had an opportunity of working with this many guys, basically American guys. And so I learned a thing or two. I learned a whole lot, but I'm just going to focus on one. Sometimes you go to work and something happens that you have to go home. Like you can go to work and then not feeling well, you get sick, and now you need to leave and go home. So my fellow workmates, American guys, American-born guys for that matter, they would come to me and say they need to go home because they're not feeling well. But before they leave, the rest of the American guys would be like, hey man, did you call home to let her know that you're going home? And I would be puzzled with this, why they remind each other, did you call home? So the guy would be like, yes, I did, or I'm calling, that kind of thing. So one time I asked them, why do you have to call home when you're going home? And they said, they do call home for one reason. They said they call home because since you came on shift, you are expected to be going home at a certain time. But now that you have to go home before the time you are expected to go home, they feel the need to call home so that whoever is home, be it wife, be it girlfriend, be it significant other, they'll have an opportunity to straighten up. And straightening up means if they are doing something they're not supposed to be doing, they will have an opportunity to change. Your spouse, your girlfriend, your wife, your significant other is a cheater, and they have somebody in the house because you're not expected to be coming home. By you calling, they'll get an opportunity to get rid of that person and tell them they need to leave because you are coming. And that way, you'll go home and you'll not fight the person. And this is supposedly you went home without telling, and you found your wife's girlfriend, significant other with somebody else. What is capable of happening is a physical altercation could happen, and the result of that, somebody could get really, really hurt and end up on a wheelchair. Somebody could end up in the hospital. Somebody could have to be taken by police and then face the judge and end up in jail for a long, long time. It could even be worse, that you could be killed in the process and you end up 6 feet under the ground, buried and dead. I hope you got that. Now, like I said, I know a whole lot of African-born guys because I live there. And as far as African-born guys, when they need to go home before the shift is ending, I'm going to tell you this, they will not call home. They will not, and they do not call home. Their argument is, I am the man of the house. Of course, I'm the husband. Well, I'm the boyfriend. I'm the significant other. I pay rent and all that. So I do not have to call anyone to warn them of anything. I'll just go. Okay, my analysis of the two. If you ended up in a situation like I just said, where a physical altercation would happen, and you end up on a wheelchair for the rest of your life, which is a possibility, or you end up behind bars in jail, locked up, the people who are going to lose a lot in this will be either your children, if you have children, because they're going to lose their father, or your family, like your siblings, your brothers and sisters, or your parents, because the girlfriend, the wife, the significant other will move on with their life. That's a fact of life. That's a fact. They will move on with their life. They'll hook up with somebody else and move on, get married or whatever. Well, if you are lucky enough to have ended up in jail versus ended up in 6 feet under the ground, it will be such a loss to your family. If you have a cheating spouse, cheating girlfriend, because probably you do know whether your partner is one of those. You have an option of making up your mind either to come out of that relationship You get rid of that relationship and move on with your life. But if you decide you're going to stay in that relationship, you're better off taking the American way of doing it. The American guy's way of doing it, well, you call home before you get there. Because you don't want to be a loss to those people that matter to you. Like your children, your siblings, and your parent. You're better off calling home and letting them know. So, my analysis and my bottom line of today's topic is you adopt the American way of doing it.